So let's see why financial literacy is important. So this chapter is from Rich Dad Poor Dad. So the way our education system is there and the way we grow up, and our academics more focuses on the technical skills or management skills or science skills. So people, when they get good jobs also and they're earning good salaries also, they will not be able to manage their income. So we have seen a lot of examples in our life, right? Where people were rich one day and suddenly, after a few years, they become poor and they're not having enough funds to manage their life. And there are people who were poor and due to their hard work and their knowledge of managing money, made them help become rich. So this is a quote by Robert Kiyosaki. So it is not how much you make that counts, but how much money you keep. So from this, we can understand like it's very important. It's very much important to learn financial basics. So generally, people think buying a car, buying a home on loan, it's a good investment, and they will feel they will live a comfortable life, no doubt. But they are not identifying it's not an asset, it's a liability. So generally, in our education system, we are not taught on the financial things, how to manage. So in those things, people don't identify what is asset and what is liabilities. So if we see poor dad, generally in the middle class family, they uh, ask their kids to secure good percentage, secure admission in top universities, and then get a good job, and your life is settled. But that's not true. And in the other hand, rich dad, they give best education, but they start teaching their kids about the financial literacy. So the things they uh, make them aware, like accounting, investing, marketing, and laws. So from the beginning, they know how to manage money, what is important, what is liability, what is assets. So in the financial literacy, there is a very important term, cash flow. So let's see. So this is how a cash flow looks like for a poor man, wherein he works day in, day out hard for a monthly salary. And whatever he earns, it goes in satisfying his expenses like tax, rent, food, transportation, clothes. And he is not able to make any assets or have any luxurious life. Next is middle class man's cash flow. So he works and he is able to, he is also working day and night, he is getting good salary and he is able to invest in something additional after his expenses on tax, mortgages, and all. But he doesn't realize the home loan is actually liability. It's not an asset. Car loan, credit cards. So, so for the time when he will enjoy his life, but then in the future, if he is not having any job for any reason, any health scene, or the way the private sector is very insecure, right? That time, whatever liabilities he has, he will not be able to maintain that also. So now let's see how rich man's cash flow looks like. So rich man generally they know how money works and they know they take calculated and wise decisions in investment and they plan it. So they create an asset like stocks, intellectual properties, business, and they don't need to be there always. They can take vacation whenever they feel like, and these assets will be generating the income. So they are not depending on a fixed salary. Then whatever expenses are there, they're smart enough to plan. So they do a better tax planning. They plan for their kids' education and all. So their liabilities are limited. So this will help a man from poor to become rich, and the lack of this knowledge, a rich man can become poor. So this is a cash flow for all the three, poor and middle class and rich people looks like. So the overall summary of this chapter is like, have courage and creativity and skills and assets to become rich. But middle class has school, specialization, job security, those thought process. They don't think of managing money in a better way. So I hope this helps. Thank you.
Amazing, Nasir.